Excuse me. Greetings, YouTube. It's me again, your Inquisitor Eisen on Overlip. Today is Tuesday, December 13th, 2016, now 23 p.m. It's about an hour, maybe a little more than 2 hours since my last Let's Play, which was classified the Sentinel Crisis. I just finished that Let's Play. I labeled all the videos. I put them in a file. Excuse me. And now I'm going to start a new Let's Play. And I'm going to try to keep this introduction video pretty short. I'm going to try to. It's going to probably be even shorter than my last introduction video. But this is a game. First, it's called First to Fight United States Marines. And this is a game that I can't say that I've wanted it for a very long time because I didn't know much about it. I had always seen it every now and then on Amazon, but I never thought that I would like it. I never bothered to look up the gameplay on YouTube. So I always just assumed, oh, it's something I wouldn't be into. But as I continued to shop over the years, I saw it again, and I was like, well, let me just click on it and see what it's about. So I click on it on Amazon, then I type in the name on YouTube. I check it out. Gameplay looks pretty good. It's actually a first-person shooter. What do you know? You guys know I love first-person shooters, and it's a squad-based first-person shooter, and it's semi-realistic at that. Pretty realistic. It's almost like it's kind of like excuse me, America's Army for the PS2. I mean, for the original Xbox, which I have Let's Played. You can check that out. Check that out if you want, or not. It doesn't matter. Excuse me. But yeah, so far I have completed, I think six Let's Plays, and I have them saved on my hard drive. I'm trying to do 10, five or 6, and once I do 10, then I will upload everything. Once I do like 9 or 10. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. I hope everything's been going well for you guys. Things have been going well for me, somewhat. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get started with the Let's Play. What am I looking for? I'm trying to think. Huh. It was something I wanted to say or do, but I forgot what it was. Anyways,
once again, Lebanon, this tiny Mediterranean seaside nation, is plagued by civil war. For the third time in less than 50 years, the United States government is sending its military into the troubled city of Beirut. This time, under the umbrella of NATO, in response to unrest that escalated when the Lebanese Prime Minister was flown out of the country for emergency medical attention.
Back, this is Gladiator 2. We need a gun system. Kilo Sierra 1435390. Target is technical. Over.
NATO began military operations in Beirut yesterday, following the collapse of peace talks between Lebanese militia and leaders of the militant group Atash.
Copy, Gladiator 2. Target is Foxtrot. We're back. 122 81s are on their way. Over. Form up. I want to hear talking guns. Watch your geometry. FO, this is Gladiator 2. We need to take it from
States Marines prepare for an aggressive assault into the heart of Beirut.
Yeah, I just received this game today, the day that I'm let's playing it. I actually did a unboxing or a game pickups video. You guys can check that out if you want to. No. Why? Hang on a second. Manage profiles. Yeah, one thing I don't think I like about the game is that your character moves very slow. At least he does in this version. I don't know how he does in how fast he moves in excuse me, in the PC version. But he moves very, very slow in this version. And I'm not really sure why. But yeah. there's that, and this is another budget game, so I hope you guys don't mind. If you do mind, you can leave or do whatever. But yeah, this is, I think, the third budget game I've done in a row. First I did I completed Road to Berlin. Yeah, Combat World War II Road to Berlin. I just completed Classified the Sentinel Crisis, and I also did both Siphon Filter games for the PS2, and those were also sort of budget games. They were ported from the PSP. Let's see, Duke. And I'll select a face, I guess. I guess that'll do. Excuse me. Alright, let's start single player. I guess I'll keep it on Marine. That's like, this is easy, I believe. This is maybe medium or something, or normal.
There is no substitute for having boots on the ground during urban military operations. And first to fight, these boots are filled by United States Marines, a group of smart, tough, and highly trained elite warriors. This 5-minute video tutorial gives you the basics you need to know to operate your 4-man Marine fire team. You must complete this video tutorial before you can lead your fire team. The high-value weapon on your fire team is the M249 Squad Automatic Weapon, or SAW. The health and status of your SAW gunner is always shown in the bottom leftmost portion of your screen. As the team leader, you carry an M16A4 rifle with an M203 grenade launcher attachment. The other 2 Marines on your fire team carry M16A4 rifles. The Marines on your fire team follow authentic Marine tactics called Ready Team Fire Assist. Each man on your fire team automatically covers a specific fire sector to give the team 360-degree security. As team leader, you should cover the sector directly in front of the fire team. When you get to an intersection, your rifleman and your SAW gunner will automatically cover exposed fire sectors on both sides of the intersection, while your assistant gunner provides rear security. When you move upstairs, your fire team automatically covers above, below, and behind the fire team. When you encounter a threat,
Drop your weapon! Don't move!
your fire team will use Marine combat tactics to eliminate it.
Secure. I'm on it.
They will automatically find cover to protect themselves, and they will communicate with each other to achieve multiple angles of fire against the threat. Stay alert. Members of your fire team may advance to positions ahead of you during combat, as they pursue enemy targets aggressively. As team leader, you are responsible for the safety of your team. Your team is most effective when they operate as a single unit, staying close to each other. Your fire team automatically seeks out cover in the environment. Guide your fire team down either side of the street, never in the middle. Your Marines will follow you in a double column, automatically covering around, behind, and above the fire team. Knowing when to issue orders to your team and when to let them operate on their own is the key to your success. You don't need to give your team many step-by-step orders. Your Marines are most effective if you let them operate as they've been trained. But you should give your Marines orders when faced with specific challenges that require unique solutions. You can issue orders to individual Marines or your whole fire team. When you start a new mission, your whole team is selected. You can select or deselect individual Marines at any time. The names of the Marines who are currently selected appear in yellow on the screen. You can order your teammates to go to a location by pointing the reticle where you want them to go and pushing the Go To button. If they're engaged in combat, your Marines will use Bounding Overwatch to reach the location. With Bounding Overwatch, some Marines cover while other Marines move until the selected Marines have reached their destination. Once they've reached the destination, your Marines will hold there until you give them a Form Up command. You can order your Marines to suppress a location. Point the reticle where you want your Marines to suppress. Select the Suppress command through the radio menu. The currently selected Marines will suppress this exact location for 5 to 10 seconds. Use suppressing fire to cover your movements. Before entering a street or other exposed area that might be filled with enemies, have one man suppress exposed areas while you and the other men move. You don't need to use suppressing fire to eliminate threats. Your Marines can target threats by themselves. You can order your men to cover a particular location in the environment by aiming your reticle at the location and selecting cover from the radio menu. Your men will move to positions that give them angles of fire against the location, and then they will hold this location until you order them to do something else. Keep in mind that you don't need to order your Marines to cover a 360-degree perimeter around the team as you move. They do this automatically. Use the cover order when you need to station a member of your fire team at a location to hold in this location to watch a particular vulnerability. Many of the orders you issue your fire team will cause them to hold in a particular location. Back into formation near you by pressing the Form Up button. You can administer first aid to an injured Marine by pointing the reticle at him and selecting First Aid. You can replenish first aid kits at replenishment stations you encounter during missions. If one of your teammates is critically injured, his health will slowly deteriorate until he dies. You know when a teammate is critically injured because his health meter will flash red. Your teammates will also inform you that a man is down. Once a health meter is flashing, you must administer first aid to a downed teammate quickly or he will die. Marines don't leave a downed man behind. You're also responsible for evacuating a teammate who has been critically injured or dead. You do this by calling for a corpsman who will evacuate the downed Marine.
NATO command has just confirmed that 6 civilians and an unknown number of insurgents were killed in the last few hours during clashes between Colonel Akbar al-Soud's Lebanese militia and radicals from the extremist group Atash, led by prominent fundamentalist leader Tariq Qadan. This is the first outbreak of sustained fighting between the two leading insurgent factions in Beirut since the arrival of U.S. and NATO forces last week. In response to the renewed hostilities, U.S. Marines have stepped up patrols to secure the El Carantina district of Beirut, just east of the NATO base here at the main port facility. NATO officials will not confirm persistent rumors that members of the Syrian Special Forces have been providing support to Colonel al-Soud. If these rumors are true, the presence of well-trained and equipped Syrian Special Forces would mark a significant change in the balance of power between Atash and al-Soud's militia, increasing the danger faced by U.S. forces in the city and threatening the stability of the region as a whole. This is Beirut, embedded the Echo Company of the 28th Marine Expeditionary Unit, reporting live from Beirut.
I was just ranting and raving on my Let's Play of Star Wars Republic Commando, because people, and every single review I watch, and just about that I watch or read, people say that the game is the best ever squad mechanics and all this other stuff and all that other stuff. And I was saying that, like, it isn't the best. It's okay. It's average at most. I think the squad mechanic in this game, I haven't even used it yet, but just from watching it and listening to it and whatever else, I think it's probably on par, if not a step above, what was provided in the Star Wars Republic Commando game. But everybody that reviews that game, they don't seem to mention this game in their review when they're saying or whatever. It's not to say that all reviews for the game are positive, but yeah, their Republic Commando isn't the best squad-based game, not by any stretch of the imagination. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. When I come back, it's time to get into some actual gameplay. Other than stuff other than me just creating a character and picking a name and watching tutorial videos. See you next video.